Hello, thank you for joining us on The World Now. The Commander-in-Chief of Iran's military, General Khatami, says there will be a strong response to U.S. attacks on Iran's nuclear facilities. As the world watches the troubling situation, the general is insisting serious consequences and decisive military operations await the United States. We have details in this report.
We are meeting today in the midst of a serious conflict.
The Director General of the International Atomic Energy Agency, Rafael Grossi, has called for peace in the conflict between the US, Iran and Israel. Addressing the Board of Governors, IAEA, he said the weight of the conflict could collapse the global nuclear non-proliferation regime, creating a widely catastrophic situation. The U.S. calls its attack on Iran a preemptive action, and President Trump has confirmed that the U.S. struck 3 key nuclear sites. They are the Fordow, Isfahan and Natanz site, which lies at the heart of Iran's nuclear ambition. They had been previously targeted by Israeli strikes.
The weight of this conflict risks collapsing the global nuclear non-proliferation regime. But there is still a path for diplomacy. We must take it. Otherwise, violence and destruction could reach unimaginable levels, and the global non-proliferation regime that has underpinned international security for more than half a century could crumble and fall.
We need a credible, comprehensive and verifiable solution, one that restores trust, including with full access to inspectors of the IAEA as the United Nations technical authority in this field. The Non-Proliferation Treaty is a cornerstone of international peace and security. Iran must fully respect it.
In reaction, the Commander-in-Chief of Iran's military says there would be a strong response to U.S. attacks. General Khatami is insisting Iran will fight with strength and courage. He was appointed to the role of Commander-in-Chief less than a week ago as Iran reshuffled its military leadership after Israel killed several senior military officers in recent strikes. In a CNN interview, spokesman for Iran's foreign ministry also described the conflict as a systematic bullying by the U.S. ordered by President Trump, whom he claims the Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu dragged into his war. Iran's Minister of Foreign Affairs has also reacted to the situation.
The Islamic Republic of Iran condemns in the strongest terms the United States' brutal military aggression against Iran's peaceful nuclear facilities. It is an outrageous, grave, and unprecedented violation of the fundamental principles of the Charter of the United Nations and international law.
The U.S. Department of Defense maintains the operation was in response to credible intelligence suggesting an imminent threat to American personnel in the region, and the Defense Secretary Pete Hegseth describes President Donald Trump's action as heroic and a clear statement that indicates that he must be listened to whenever he speaks.
We devastated the Iranian nuclear program. But it's worth noting the operation did not target Iranian troops or the Iranian people. For the entirety of his time in office, President Trump has consistently stated for over 10 years that Iran must not get a nuclear weapon. Full stop.
Some reports say the U.S. president is seeking a change in the Iranian leadership, but the United Nations is calling for restraint among the warring nations in the interest of world peace and the safety of lives.